Where's the Queensland spirit now?
I gotta get jiggly with it.
Well, we may as well just rip right fucking in. Birdo's just getting his
Getting the old
meat and
fella-
veg adjusted. How the hell are we? I'm Sauce.
I'm Berkey.
And what a week. What a day. Monday. We're
Monday.
back. We're back, baby. 39. Episode 39.
It's an important
It's
day
pretty
of the
crazy.
week. What episode are we?
39.
39, okay.
39 of the breast. And we may as well start it off with saying we've set up a voice recorder finally. A hotline, so you will. Everyone said get a number you can call in, but we've done it easier and it's on our Instagram profile. You go on, click the link to the website. SpeakPipe it is, and you send your voice recordings in. It's simple as anything. It's so easy. Send us in, have whatever you want to talk about, what you want us to talk about, a yarn, a story, and we might even feature you on the pod.
That sounds so easy, Saucy.
It's very easy.
And it shouldn't be this easy, shareholders, but that's what we do on the potty because it is that easy.
SpeakPipe.
And we want to hear what you've got to say. I know there's a fair few shareholders that go, oh, why the fuck didn't you talk about this? You missed this, talk about this. Well, guess what, my true lovers? The floor is yours.
Well, the floor is yours because the other week most weeks we say to each other after the show, what did we forget? What did you forget? We forgot about Timmy Zoo.
We forgot about Timmy Zoo.
We forgot about the warrior, Timmy Zoo. Just bleeding pints of blood everywhere, losing that fight, but he should have been Legend of the Week, I think.
He should have been. And look, we were a little dusty, so forgive me that I missed a legend, but he'll have his time in the sun again. They've got a rematch anyway.
Yeah, I saw Zarafa got absolutely dropped too.
Saw that.
All the Aussies lost.
Yeah.
Isaac Hardman lost. Was he on that card, Isaac?
Done.
Hardman?
I didn't watch it.
I love that bloke.
I was out and about. But look, shareholders, been a hell of a weekend. Hell of
has.
a weekend. And it is Monday, and it's a tough grind on Monday. We're feeling the effects. So, look, might be a short and sharp air.
You are.
I am. Yeah, I'm not in a good way. But, look, let's rip straight in, and we've got to start by saying, the Brizzy Broncos, because that's the heart and soul of Saucy and I's love affair.
that was
That was a game gone begging.
Jesse Arthurs will tell you that.
Jesse Arthurs, like, anyone who blames Cobbo can shut the hell up. Cobbo, it's a 2-on-1. Cobbo's passed the ball to his chest. Hands up.
Jesse was taken by surprise.
He was, but he needs to catch those.
He's better than that and he knows it. He's so good.
It was the most classic Storm Broncos game where, as a Broncos fan, you just knew deep down Storm were going to do us on the hooter.
Do you know what I keep saying? Well, that's twice now.
They do it all the
Down in
time.
Melbourne. You know what I keep saying is we're not playing our best footy. And that's a game we should have won, but it's good we're not like the Storm, who are fucking struggling, I reckon.
Yeah, they're
in
not.
that game, they were struggling to beat us. Like, they were pretty full strength. We weren't at all.
Their packs, that's where their issues lie. I mean,
Yeah.
my biggest takeaway of the game, and he's a great friend of the show, but if I'm the Brisbane Broncos, and in particular Alfie Langer, Darren Lockyer, Adam Reynolds, we need to teach Ezra Mann game management.
Yeah, you're
because
right.
he has no game management skills whatsoever. On fifth tackle, kick to the corner, young blood.
Yeah.
Don't be running blind and giving it to Cobbo and then Cobbo doesn't know. Like, it's simple maths. 1
Simple
plus 1
maths.
equals 2. Pin him on the 10-yard line and just D up.
Should we get down and teach him?
Mate,
Will
I'm
you?
happy to.
You?
I'm happy to. As a premiership winning halfback myself, who's been there and done that
in
on the
first
big
grade.
stage, I'm happy to go down to Red Hill. The other biggest takeaway is the young blood, the 205 centimetre.
Ben Takura.
Holy guacamole.
Yeah.
That kid's got a future.
He's a unit. I hope he
He's-
sticks around.
And another little pet play, and if this doesn't happen every game, I'd be running him unders from dummy half.
The little drop? The little
drop
smoothie
under.
drop? Yeah.
That's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Smoothie to Ben.
Like,
I love that.
That's easy feta.
Yeah. They tried it a second time,
Well-
actually. And he came close. Came real close.
I've tried all day. The other
Yeah.
thing is, sorry, I've got a lot of takeaways from this
Go,
game
bro.
because it was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
So let's give it the juice it deserves.
Yeah.
Tristan Saylor thought he was Jason Ackermanis at one point, and thank God that we had an advantage penalty.
I think that was. Are you talking end of the game? No.
No, not that one. Before that, he bananaed it inside
Well, the
out.
one at the end of the game, I think.
That wasn't his fault. I wanted our players to be
Pushing
a bit
up?
more flat.
I think they were waiting for the
thought
long ball.
they were going to pass it.
We were going to do the storm on them with
Yes.
Jesse in the corner.
Katoni had a brain snap, which, Tonesy, I see you at that Woolies at Ascot there, brother. I'll have a yarn to you about that. That was a brain snap. But we played our guts out.
They did. They gave it effort. It was a good game, but I reckon they'd be disappointed.
They'd be disappointed as hell. And this is coming from the heart and soul of the Brisbane Broncos, you and I.
It looked, every chance they got almost kind of took, which was good. Like, they didn't have a lot of field possession and territory. It's like territory up that end of the field.
That Ezra Mann try was wild, that kickback.
I got to say, I was saying to you, I reckon at some point this year he's playing Origin. I think.
Yes, so let's discuss that.
Yeah.
So because, Origin's just around the corner, shareholders, and nothing gets our blood pumping more than...
Going forward, money's going to be... Munster will be there. Like, you can't replace Munster.
No, you can't.
He'll be out of form and he'll be picked every day of the week. But moving forward, give it like 5 years or so.
Oh, no, shorter than that. Let's say 3.
I reckon Tom Dearden and Ezra Mann in the halves.
So
Tommy Dearden playing 7 because he could have that game management like Cherry Evans.
Yeah.
I
like that. I like Dearden at 7, Ezra at 6.
But I'd love almost even Ezra to be on the bench in some capacity. Another thought I had. Another thought I had. Ponga in the centres.
Well, that's an
Would you
option.
play Ponga in the centres?
Oh, in the centres. I thought you meant 6.
Over Val.
No, that's brave.
Who are your centres? Are we talking Origin already?
Yeah, we're talking
Origin.
it, and understandably so, because it's right around the corner. Look, I think you just go with who was there last year. It's the same. It's Hammer and Val.
It's Hammer and Val. But
And then it's Cobbo and Co.
Val and Hammer. Is Val old? Is Val old yet?
Like, this is what happens with Queensland, mate. And Dane Gay you pick and stick
until...
And, we're winning. So, until New South Wales come up with a formula to beat us...
I'm thinking of the future.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And that's what a good Queenslander does, Saucy.
Ponga can fucking tackle. And I just think you pick your best team.
I don't mind Ponga at 14.
What about Harry Grant?
That's the thing.
And Benny Hunt.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So do you play Ponga as a roaming 13?
Wild.
But it's out there.
Yeah.
And Billy the Kid, I know you're listening, pal. Put that up on your whiteboard and use that as an idea.
Well, they played Ruben Cotter at 12. He played second row, I thought, next to Cherry Evans. So he's not actually starting the game at 13.
Well, that's it. I mean, our forwards, Tino, Big Balls Tino's out, which is a big loss. But
that's massive, actually.
We got some cattle.
And Fleggy, maybe? He'll be back. Fleggy will be back.
We got some balls that are just lining up.
It's such good, I love thinking about it.
It's so good. Let's
the possibilities.
We'll go there later on in life. But look.
Hey, shareholders, give us your take. Give us your team. Give us a voice record of that.
Give us your starting 17, 13.
Yeah.
If you like your... we've got the battle this weekend.
Yeah.
We've got the Brisbane battle.
Yeah.
So fire up, shareholders.
They're depleted, the Dolphins, but they'll be G'd up. Wayne will get them going.
Oh, they'll be Wayno. Like, if Wayno's ever going to get his old fella hard, it's for the battle.
I don't think he's got a problem
and
with that.
I think there's a bit of V running around in the Dolphin sheds. Well, God bless your souls. But it's a help. There was some great games out there on the weekend. I tell you what, the Chooks shareholders, I don't know if you had a look, but I was at the Albion Hotel Friday night, and at halftime of Doggies Roosters. Dobby. I had a little look on Sportsbet. Chooks were 151.
Yeah, a few lads put our guard T and one of the bartenders, Jordan, they put $5 and like $15 on. We're right in. One of them had a payout of $700 or $800. Didn't take it.
Mate, that's insane.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Like, then the Doggies, like, the fact that game was even close.
They nearly shit the bed. But you know why they didn't? Because I was thinking, they're a team of goers, right?
Yeah.
They're not... I've been the first to not sing their praises, but I think they got a bit of a spark. Yeah. I think the Doggies are a dark horse. Not going to win the comp,
Yeah.
but they're going to have a crack. I said it a few pods ago. People keep going, oh, this is the Dogs' year. This is their year. Like, they could make the 8.
They're not making the 8.
They could make the 8,
They're
bro.
not making the 8.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. They're not talented, but these blokes have a crack, right? Jamin Salmon,
Yeah.
Josh Curran,
Bench.
Reed Marnie,
Woodlier.
Connor Tracy,
Pine Tickler.
Blake Taff,
Bench warmer.
Kurt Mann.
Mate, I'm telling you right now, that's a bunch of fucking bench warmers in a side that just
Do you know
aren't
what's
going
crazy?
to do
It's
it.
crazy because they all did play bench at their former
Hey.
clubs, I think, except Reed Marnie.
They're point
But,
riders.
mate, they're NRL players. We're not. So just calm
No,
down.
but like I mean, it goes back to Gus Gould, and I don't need to have a crack at him. But his recruitment's been shit house.
I mean, they're
There's
all
some
blokes
things, yes.
who are gonna have a go.
Yeah,
They're not stars. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing, but they're not. And
put 3 of those players into Ben Hunt, and I'd be happy. You know what I mean? Spend 3 of those players on a Ben Hunt, and then Gus Gould. I'll give you a tick of approval.
what, you'd sign Ben Hunt over? Yeah, I mean, I would actually.
I'd-
You love Ben Hunt, eh?
Yeah, he's a good dozer.
He's a
mate.
good halfback,
He's
yeah.
a good halfback.
Shame he's at the Dragons.
It is a shame. Shout out to Manly. That was a hell of a win. I tipped the Seagulls,
Yeah, so did I.
which was massive.
My shitty bet. The Broncos should have won that.
Broncos should
The
have won.
Dragons,
Dragons
realistically were never a fucking chance. They can't play in the rain except Ben. And then the Seagulls, I tipped them. So
you
fucking
did, yeah. 2 of 3? No, 1 of 3.
1 of 3.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Broncos, they were robbed.
I'll
Anyway.
tell you one thing. Jason Demetrio will not be coaching more. I'm saying he's got 2 weeks.
Yeah, they reckon he's got till next week.
Well, yeah,
when they
this
play
week, if he
the
loses
Raiders,
against the
I think.
Sharks,
Is it Sharks? Yeah,
If
Sharks.
he loses against the Sharks, he's gone.
Tough game.
I'm saying even if he beats the Sharks, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, it's shit because Sammy Burgess called it, and
Yeah.
no one listened.
No one
Sammy
listened
Burgess
to the
said they
great
got a
man.
massive culture problem. No one wants to work. Wait, let's listen to
Let's listen to
not Sam Burgess,
Yeah.
the guy who's a club legend. Let's fire him,
Yeah.
get him to go overseas, and let's listen to Latrell, Cody, and whoever else he was aiming at because they don't train. Apparently, they don't train.
No, they don't trade. And like once again, this is a guy, Sam Burgess, who not only won a premiership for you guys off the kickoff, broke his fucking cheekbone,
And then proceeded to play
and
the
said,
80.
I'm going to play 80
Yeah.
because I love the borough. I love this club.
Yeah.
And no one wanted to listen to the bloke that actually loves the club. And now look at the club. The
fucked.
only reason that they're not coming, well, they are coming last, actually. The Titans should be coming last, but they've had a bye. Who would have thought the titties would be off the wooden spoon because they had a bye?
Not for long though. Poor
Raiders looked
Titans.
good, Saucy. Raiders looked
Yeah, I tipped them. They made that easy.
Yeah,
They made
Para
that
don't
easy.
look good with Mitch Moses. And this is
Mate,
what I'm saying. I
without
keep
him.
saying this. If you don't have a good halfback in the NRL,
Yeah.
you ain't going to win. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And I'll keep telling you, shareholders, until you fucking listen to me.
Why is AJ Brimson not playing 6 and Kieran Foran playing 7 at the Titans?
Yeah, there needs to be a reshuffle.
I mean, Kieran Foran's not a 7, but
No.
like he plays like a 7, so I don't understand. Like
Yeah.
just game manager. He's a game manager.
He's a game manager,
Yeah.
which is sometimes all you need.
At the moment, they got that Tanner Boyd, and he's just not.
Yeah.
Same as like you said with Jack Whiten. Like, could he
Yeah.
play
Jack
6
Whiten-
and Cody play 7?
If Jack Whiten's not 6 and Cody Walker's not 7 this week, well, Jason Demetrio might as well put his resignation in now.
Your 2 best players, like Cody Walker, when he gets the ball on that
Link
left
him
side,
up.
he's a freak.
Yeah.
And link him up. Like,
Link him
you
up.
know,
It's
maybe
got-
they don't need to train.
Well, who knows what they need to do? They need to do something because, they ain't winning. A team that did win, but that's finally won, and it's from our Olympic City. It's the Brizzy Lions
Yeah, they did. North Melbourne. Didn't they pump him?
by 70. Now, if they didn't beat North Melbourne, well, Chris Fagan would get fired too, I reckon.
You reckon?
So, my mighty Hawks, shit, they competed. Jack Ginnivan, mate, you did everything. You got your high tackle, you kicked your goal, but you just didn't get us over the mighty line. It was Gather Round Saucy, so their version of Magic Round.
I got a bit of intel about the trip,
Oh, okay.
but
Is this
I don't know if I want to share it
Yeah,
because
I
it's very allegedly.
it's
Very, very touchy.
Capital allegedly.
The whole thing's
letter.
allegedly. Yeah. Apparently they weren't even in Vegas.
Oh, here we
Which-
go. What, they were in Antarctica, were
Someone
they?
said Nashville, but then I got heard that they were in Vegas. I don't know. I'm not going into it.
They
But
they were in God's country, but America, were they?
they were in America.
Yeah.
They were in
Land of the free.
Yeah.
They were land of the free, all right. Actually, too much freeness in that world.
Freeness.
What's the word I'm looking for there?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Is freedom like freeness?
Yeah.
Freeness.
Too much freedom for those boys, but
Freeness.
freeness.
Why is that funny?
There you go. But St Kilda got up. GWS, I'll say it again, shareholders. I'd be shocked if they don't win the flag in 2024.
Yeah.
The Orange Army. Cats got a gritty win.
The Catters.
Baggers got a win. Carlton, very dubious.
Mm.
Now, descent in AFL, big thing. If you give the AFL lip, free kick.
Yeah.
There was a mark that shouldn't have been paid with about less than a minute to go. Freo guy has just absolutely teed off at the umpire. Carlton kick the goal, then get a free kick right in front of the stick straight after. It's
Like a double play.
Double play.
Wow. Who was the player?
I don't know his name off
Yeah.
the top of my head, but anyway.
Well, Kyle Felt. You don't see that much in rugby league, but he gave the ref a spray when they had the ball, when he was playing the ball, and they got penalised.
Oh, did
but he wouldn't give a fuck because he scored that try, and he's now the
leading
Cowboys
try scorer.
leading try scorer. He's like 130 something. Beat Matty Bowen.
Beat Matty Bowen, the
Yeah.
great Matty Bowen. So weird to think that Kyle Felt, out of all people, is now the leading try scorer for the North Queensland Cowboys.
Like in the
Did he debut young?
2015. Yeah, he didn't debut at the Cows. I feel like he played somewhere else before that,
Did
which is
he?
even crazier.
Why do I feel
look
like
it
he
up. I'm gonna
came from
research
the
that.
capital? He kind of gives me Raiders vibes. But I think he could be a one-club man. The Mighty Swans got to win the Yaps. I tell you what, it wasn't pretty. Harley Reid's got a bright future, and I love that the teenager was getting stuck in.
He's been at the Cows.
Yeah, he's a
for,
one-club man.
197 games and
Well, there
scored
you go.
131 tries.
131 shareholders.
That's incredible.
That's
like
insane.
1 in 4 games he scores.
That's
That's insane.
Tell you what else is insane. The fact that there's actually a private equity firm that's wanting to save the Melbourne Rebels.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, I don't know too much about it. Like, who is it? Who's the...
So it's actually led by some pretty big hitters in the business world.
Yeah.
Bloke that used to be some big nut hitters in the world. Now, I don't know if he was CEO of Qantas or Virgin, but he's kind of leading the charge. But it's a consortium. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
And it's in the final stages of some high-level talks. What they're going to do, shareholders, is they're going to move the Melbourne Rebels to Western Melbourne. So where West United play.
Western United.
Western United, the
right,
A-League
okay.
team, which you're familiar with. Now, what I believe, and don't quote me here,
Just quickly, the Raw beat the Western Sydney Wanderers.
there we
But go on.
That's one way to kill a story or kill
Sorry,
the
bro.
mood. Good win for the Raw, but stoked. I'm off my seat now. I believe, now don't quote me here, shareholders, I believe there's a big Pacific Islander, what's the word? Base in Western Melbourne.
Western Melbourne, yeah.
So maybe that they're trying to target,
smart.
which is smart because you know the Pacific Islanders love to throw the ball around and play a bit of razzle-dazzle
Yeah.
rugby.
Well, they're not playing soccer.
Well, they're not playing for the Raw.
They're not playing for the Western United either.
So it's obviously got legs. We thought the Rebels were done, shareholders, but a God's gift has come down and they want the Rebels to stay alive.
I like it.
Oh,
I
look.
mean, you don't want to see a club fold.
No, because
I mean,
that
they haven't
means
been around for
players
long.
leave.
Well, they'll go overseas, and the whole idea though is they want it. A lot of people want it to fold to go back to the 3 clubs, even get rid of the Force. Remember they tried to piss the Force off, and then COVID happened, and Twiggy Forrest said, "No, boys aren't going anywhere." Kept it alive.
Yeah.
I just reckon, more teams are better and grow, get more players like that. Exactly that. Introduce the game to more players. You don't want to look. We're as Aussie sides, we're not playing bad footy right now.
We're not playing bad footy. I've got an issue that we don't have the talent pool for 5 teams.
That will grow the talent pool.
We grow it, but let's grow it with 4 or 3.
So you're on that ball. You're on that.
I want the Rebels gone, not from a fan franchise point of view.
Yeah.
From a point of view that we just don't have the talent. It's like introducing another NRL side. I just don't agree with it whatsoever.
Depends where you put it, but.
Well, we just don't have the cattle to, like, we put in another team right now in the NRL, and they're going to have, like, the Dolphins have done extremely well. But let's look right now.
Dolphins are on top of the ladder.
Dolphins are in courtesy of the bye. I tell you what, this bye's helping a lot of teams out for good and bad reasons. There's not enough good halfbacks out there, and I've stressed to you enough how important a good halfback is.
Yeah.
Look, sometimes I love growth. And I love growth in more ways than one.
Eric?
But Eric Growth, yeah, do like Junior. But in terms of Super Rugby in Australia, because you've got Japan now, that's such a force, and you've got French rugby, mate, we're losing. But I've got to say, go the Gallopers on the weekend. They kicked off their win down at Yoku Road. And I've got to give a shout out to the boys in 4th grade. There's a fair few shareholders in that side.
Yeah.
Henry, Brian, Tommy Sparksman, Louis Hunter.
Yeah, nice.
Got the win. Apparently it was a great. I kicked on with them Saturday night. They played East at Yoku, got up 2017. They're trying to sign me. They want me to put pen to paper.
They want me to come down too.
Well, there you go. So there you go. So
I heard the Northies had the first grade boys they lost, but reserve grade lost by 5, and they have a really good reserve grade team. I was the old skipper of that side, the Norths boys. It wasn't hard to be picked as skipper. There's only 15 other players to choose from.
Mate, you telling me Norths lost like you're shocked is like
by
telling
5,
me
by 5.
like
That's a win.
You're shocked that the Titans lost to the Cowboys on the weekend.
North's reserve grade losing by 5 is actually a win.
Well,
it's a bonus point.
It's a win if you took the line, because the line would have been about plus 50.
They actually have a good team. I watched them run out in a video, and I thought
you got fired up.
Yeah, I thought that's a decent team. Like, some first graders have come down, like some older fellas have come back.
I tell you what fires me up, and a shareholder sent this to me. Have you seen the chants that go on in South African schoolboy rugby?
It's incredible. Yeah,
insane.
Goosebumps.
I mean,
that's why they're the world champs.
You want to talk about where it starts, shareholders, and you want to talk about, like we talk about growth. It starts with your fan base. And when you've got a secondary school chanting the way they chant, they were bopping, and boogieing.
Imagine this, right? Imagine if Australia, like South Africa, didn't play rugby league. We'd be pretty good at rugby union.
Oh, we'd be outstanding. I saw Kurtley Beale just got signed
to the
Force. Now, you talk about talent. That's wash talent.
How old's Paul Kirtley?
Kirtley's had his time in the sun. Another person that's had his time in the sun that I am quite shocked about how this plays out.
Do you have Tourette's?
Do I have what?
Do you have Tourette's? I've been to ask you.
Why?
Just keep...
shoulders I feel I'm up and about for a Monday.
Yeah.
I could barely keep my eyes open at work, but mate, I've put my ass to the couch here.
Now your lights are in your eyes.
Mate, it feels like I'm fucking in Mexico. I don't know. Only good things happen in Mexico. Hola. But the big Michael Jennings. Now, this bloke, I've got an issue with I'm going to go easy here, Saucy, and I'll keep this all allegedly in G-rated. I'm absolutely against what he's done, right? But I'm also against the NRL. If you're going to, if you don't know, shareholders, Michael Jennings got done for domestic violence.
But prior to that, steroid use.
He got banned for 3 years. Did his dues, and somehow the Roosters have come back and signed him. Now, he's playing his 300th game this weekend, and a ritual in the NRL is when a player plays their 300th game, the CEO, Andrew Abdo in this case, presents him with a game ball, right? Now, the NRL has come out and said, due to Michael Jennings' history, we're not going to present him with a game ball. Well, if you're not going to present him with a game ball, why the fuck is he playing in the first place? Why did you allow him to come back into the NRL? You're pretty much saying he's done the wrong thing and we don't want to reward him. But you know what I mean?
I mean, the guys.
I don't want him to get his game ball. No way in the world should he get his game ball.
Yeah.
But what the fuck is he doing back in the NRL?
Yeah, there's like I don't really know.
Like, it's just confusing for a lost soul like you and I.
Why did Matt Lodge get let back in?
Well,
you know, you can't go into it. It's the NRL.
It's weird. And
Yeah.
look, it's a question for the NRL, and they've got my number. I'm sure I'll get a hold of him sometime soon. And Buzz Rothfield will have plenty to say on NRL 360 tonight.
I liked the fact that when he came on, I thought it was too good to be true. He and Bronson Cherry were marking up against each other in the centres.
Yeah.
And had a little moment.
That was a great video.
Where they slid together, and I think they were comparing muscles.
Mate, I reckon they must have laughed and said, how funny is this? We can take illegal drugs and steroids and still find our dream again. Like, fair dinkum.
Oh, that's rugby league for you.
That is the great game of rugby league.
It was probably the most rugby league moment I've seen this year.
It's right up there with one of the great moments, which we'll play back.
What I think Bronson Cherry got a 4 or 5 year ban, and then Michael Jones got 3 for both steroids.
Both completely illegal, cheating at the worst thing you can do at the highest level. And the great game of rugby league has said, look, lads, we're going to give you the Renaissance. We're going to give you your 2 moment in the sun, and you two are going to have a moment together.
I just couldn't.
And we captioned that. Captioned that.
I couldn't believe that it was like that. The odds of that game that Michael Jennings comes back and marking up in the same position on the same side of the field as each other. I thought that was just like, what?
You can't script it, but the great game of rugby league finds a way. Yeah. It's as close to Hollywood as you'll find.
Yeah. What you can't script is blackjack.
No, you can't.
Our guy.
Our good friend.
Our good friend, Tim Nackey, the Kiwi who's over in Canada. If you don't know, shareholders, he basically is playing blackjack every day.
For the last 61 days.
Yes, and he's put on 50 cents for every follower that he has.
10 cents.
To 10 cents?
10 cents.
10 cents? Yeah. You're right. I think I said it's gone up to
10 cents for every follower he's got, and he plays online blackjack. This brother is up over $400,000, shareholders.
Now, we're going to just let this play out.
Play this out.
You listen to it, because it is absolutely hilarious, his reaction.
An enormous 560,000 of your legends in here now. That's a whopping 46,000 extra on top of yesterday. The biggest single day growth so far. $56,000 bet coming right up.
All fucking righty then. Day 61 brings about a $56,000 bet for the 560,000 legends of you in
playing
now.
online.
We're going to do $54,000 on the
in
button.
A virtual
1,000 each
blackjack
of the side bets.
Setup.
Now, this guy looks like he definitely drinks banana milk. I need this man to go well for me. Ace, go 10! Yes! Yes! You wouldn't fucking read about it! You would not read about it! You would not read about it! You would not fucking read about it! Could not be scripted! Get Steven Spielberg on the line! We need a director for the upcoming movie! Holy shit, it's Blackjack 61, 2 big wins on the trot. I will see you tomorrow. Because you better fucking believe I'm going to be betting even more.
Oh, mate. Tim Nackey. Fucking oath.
You are a legend.
Yeah, you can't script it, he said. You can't script blackjack.
One of the great Kiwis.
Yeah.
And he's putting his hand up for top Kiwi.
Oh, he absolutely is.
He's right up there. So, Timmy Nackey shareholders, give him a follow. We might be good to get him on the potty, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just have a little cross the Pacific sort of chat.
Yeah, and maybe if we could do a live with him and let us put a bet on.
Yeah, we'll do the side bets.
I mean, he'd probably lose. He wouldn't want our juju at the moment. We can't land one.
So he's top Kiwi. You've got the top Pom.
So
potentially,
let's rip into the greatest segment. And shareholders, if you can give us a goddamn theme song, like this deserves a theme song.
Well, we were working on it.
Maybe Timmy Nackey somehow
does a theme.
Like, the way he talks there.
Yeah.
Like, you know how what we did with the theme song?
Wouldn't that be dangerous?
Let's get our boy DJ Baker onto that.
In Australia, if they had online blackjack.
Oh.
Steak, I think it's called. They don't have it here yet. It's illegal.
It'd be right up there. But I'm going to start with my legend of the week because Timmy Nackey's got us feeling up and about.
That was brilliant from Nack.
And this may be the first and last time that a Pommy wins legend of the week on OFD. So, and we know we got some pommy shareholders out there, and we love you. We just hate that you're sore losers.
If Liz was alive, Queen Elizabeth, she'd be right up there.
She'd be up there.
Liz.
He's the king's battling.
He's battling. He's got cancer.
Yeah, bravo.
Yeah.
Righto. Without further ado, shareholders, the legend of the week for episode 39 is the hardest geezer.
The hardest geezer.
The hardest geezer.
He's a fellow ranger.
He is a fellow ranger, and if you don't know the hardest geezer, shareholders, you might know him as Russ Cook. And if you don't know who Russ Cook is and you don't know who the hardest geezer is, this is a brother who has just run from bottom to top of Africa.
Yeah, it's basically like the pommy Ned Brockman.
It is the pommy Ned Brockman.
Yeah, but like
on another level.
Times 4.
He's been running for 352 days, shareholders. He has covered, and let me give you these stats because it's quite phenomenal.
Do you want me to tell you Brockman's stats?
I'll give you geezers first,
Okay.
and then you fire back so we can put it into perspective.
We're not taking Brockman away from it at all because he,
No, Neddy's done everything he could. You can't run any further than your country is.
No.
Like, you can't run on water.
No, he can't. Ned and Geezer could probably have a crack.
They'd find a way if there was a new Nike shoe out there, maybe.
Yeah.
But the geezer, the hardest geezer, the number one geezer, Russie Cook, he's run 16,294 kilometres. He's been running for 352 days. That's right, a whole year from bottom to top of Africa. And he's had 877 Huel meals. Now, I'll have to get back to you with what the fuck Huel meals are, but they clearly work. So shout out to Huel meals. Huel meals.
Bit of fuel.
Bit of fuel in your Huel.
Human fuel.
But he's a flaming red nut, and you don't see flaming red nuts do this sort of shit because they don't normally have the kind of ticker.
Oh, I was about to say, they fucking oath they do.
Actually, they do. There are a fair few red
Fatty
nuts.
Vorton.
Fatty Vorton.
Corey Hawks.
But that's it. But that's a hell of a performance.
Now, hold up. Red nuts, typically are known for having ticker.
Yeah, I might have gone a little over. Apologies to any flamers out
I'm a
there.
Strawberry.
Yeah, you're a strawberry.
I'm a half
So
guy.
put that into perspective for the shareholders.
So
what did Brockman do?
Ned did 4,000 and did it in 36 days or something.
36
so
days. Okay.
Old mate, what did you say? Did 16,000 Ks?
16,000
over a whole year, which is just
So the first person ever, and I mean, it's not a shock that he's the first person, is it? First person to run the entire length of Africa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
top to bottom.
Bottom to top.
Bottom to top.
Bottom to
right.
top. So he was going south to north.
Yeah, right. That's
But let's talk about the heat
Nettie did
there.
it in 46 days.
So he was quick, Nettie.
Oh shit!
And you expect an Aussie to be going at a quick pace.
With a mullet like that.
Yeah, that's right. You'd
Good
love
legs
to
on him
see
too.
the geezer versus Nettie Brockman over what would be if we age it, maybe a 6-month race.
Fuck, that's rare. Meet in the middle.
Yeah,
I was going to say that year thing's on another mental. That's a mental level.
Like, let's think
that's
about
body shut down shit.
Like what we've achieved in a year, you and I.
Yeah.
And, we've gone to great lengths. Like, in terms of what we've achieved, we're up to episode 39 in a potty, which has...
He's been running the whole time.
He's been running. To give you and I'll give you another statistic because this is just out of control. He was averaging 54,000 steps a day.
Bro.
54,000 steps a day. I know there's some shareholders out there that don't even do 1,000 steps in a day.
10,000's good for you. 10,000's like what you should do.
10,000's what the boss
Fuck
orders.
me, dude.
54,000 steps a day.
Do you have an...
Here you go. I'll give you a guess.
I've got a question.
I'll give you this guess. And if you nail this, well, I'll give you a juicy reward. How many steps do you reckon he did in total? And shareholders, guess now too. Guess now while you're listening and you're trying to think. Have a guess how many steps Nettie Brockman, the hardest geezer, did. I need an answer.
17,600,000.
19 million steps.
Fucking in the ballpark.
You're in the money.
ballpark.
Yeah.
Wow.
The lotto diff 2 would go off. Insane, isn't it?
That's crazy. That's credit to him.
Shareholders,
That's a huge effort.
If that doesn't get you up and about.
Yeah, I want to know how many bottles of sunscreen we used. Surely he's got a sunscreen sponsorship.
That is a great shout.
What's the overs unders on that? Was it one a day?
Well,
Did he go 300 plus?
that's a great question, Saucy. I can't tell you he'd need 50 plus in Africa, wouldn't
Well,
he?
what? Say a big bottle, litre bottle. I'm saying 50 plus easy.
You got to think there's a bit of zinc
One a
in
week?
that too.
Nah, you'd be going more than one a week. You'd be going well more than one a week. I use a bottle every time I go to the beach for 3 hours.
And he also needs zinc, and he needs a bucket hat. And there's one person that I know has a fucking good bucket hat. That's the boys at OFD.
Yeah, those pink ones.
Those pink ones, mate, they would have glowed really nicely.
On his ginger beard too.
Mate, would have come up an absolute treat.
I heard he had a good team around him that
He'd need a good side.
sort of helped him out and stuff.
You wonder what car was his support car. Maybe a nice Range Rover.
Yeah.
Now, I want this to flow into my knob of the week because this is the saddest shit you've ever seen. We've got the hardest geezer that's just run 352 days. Now, this moron couldn't even last 80 minutes. Now, when I say moron shareholders, our knob of the week is the touchy in the Knights Dragons game who had to come off after 50 minutes because he reckons he did a calf. Where is your ticker, you softcock? Fair income. Touchies don't do anything at the best of times, and he's had to ask for a stretcher and come off and be replaced.
How far into the game was it?
50 minutes.
Was it 50?
50 minutes.
But he didn't stretch.
Can you imagine
That was his issue. He didn't stretch after half time.
if the hardest geezer or Nettie Brockman saw that shit? You think they didn't pull a calf? Now, I was trying to find his name for your shareholders, but I can't.
Don't name and shame
No, I
him.
couldn't
Don't
name and shame him. I think I've given enough blood to the shareholders. Well, they'll find him.
Yeah.
And our shareholders, they're ruthless. We love it. Now, you need to look yourself in the mirror and think, did I really do a calf or am I being a soft cock? Because I haven't called a forward pass in my life. I probably have never called anyone offside in my life. You're probably never in the right spot. So how could you do your calf?
I got a huge issue with forward passes in league now because they're getting called when they shouldn't be, and they're not getting called when they should be. And let's bring up that the offside even that the touchy should have
there you
maybe
go.
called or
That's a moment.
didn't even bring up.
Yeah.
The try was from the Raiders game, and it was Xavier Savage running down the left.
Yeah.
Kicks it in field
To Danny
Levi, who's near the sticks, near the post.
Yeah.
Danny Levi is a good 2-3 metres offside, just running in front of the play. Xavier Savage keeps running and technically runs Danny Levi onside. Does that make sense to you?
No, I've got an issue with if Danny Levi stops like a statue and
didn't.
gets run on,
He
that's
didn't.
play on. If he continues to run, I've got a no try.
He didn't continue.
Well, there
he
you
continued
go.
to run and pick the ball up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like it was kicked straight to him. So the kick was so far in field, it did travel forward, obviously.
It's a great kick.
Good kick, great kick.
Great kick.
Shame he was offside, Danny Levi. But the rules are that if you are run on side, which Xavier Savage did do for Danny
Yes,
Levi,
yes.
it's play on. But the try was set up as a no try, and then the bunker official, the female bunker official, I don't know if it's like a technicality, but
Well, if he gets run on side, I'm okay with
I
that.
got huge issues with that.
Yeah, I need to see the letter of the law. I've just realised our legend of the week's the hardest geezer, and our knob of the week has got to be the softest weasel geezer.
Weasel geezer.
The weasel geezer.
Weasel
So
geezer.
shout out to the weasel geezer.
the
You would have been
calf-puller.
listening because you're probably in bed doing something fucking
he'd
weird.
be doing his calf up.
No, who knows what
Yeah.
he'd be doing. But yeah, that's been it. In another story today, history was made. Winks' daughter sold for $10 million.
Wow.
Record breaking in the thoroughbred sales industry at the Inglis Easter sales today. $10 million. Believe it went to a yank.
Yeah, right.
He wouldn't die wondering the old yank.
No.
He said, I'm going to buy this thoroughbred. Nuts or no nuts. I'm taking the filly.
Was Winks
She was a filly.
a filly? Yeah.
So yeah, 10 million. Hasn't even run a race. So
The best horses are fillies. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, naturally. Recently, yeah, it's a tough one to say.
I just made that up. I got no idea.
Mate, there's Mr. Brightside at the
Yeah.
moment, a good gelding.
Doxy did give us a tip, sent it
Did
to my
it-
inbox.
did it
Didn't
win?
realise where OFT shareholders was. Didn't win, so it's good that he didn't put it in the
nice one,
in the
Dogger.
group. Yeah, but he's going to give us something better. So he promised he's going to be better.
He's going to be good.
And I just said to him, mate, don't worry. The wet fucks everything.
The wet
Why
does.
isn't it wet in Sydney?
Well,
You know?
it's day 2 of the championships this weekend, so I better give you a 3-legger.
Yeah, or shareholders again. Speak pipe. Voice
Yeah.
record. Send us your
Send us a thingy.
your thingies.
Or
yeah.
if you've got a 3-legger that you think is so effing good that you want the shareholders
it.
to see it,
Put it in the group.
put it in our Facebook group. You know it, or throw it up, tag us, and we'll reshare
the
it, or
OFD
send it to
shareholder.
us and we'll throw it up.
Yeah.
Just do something.
Tell you what's going to happen is Tiger Woods going to throw up a few numbers because he is apparently abstaining from sex in 2024 until the Masters.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Wait, the great man,
the great
Tiger
one,
Woods.
the great one is putting down his putter for the next couple months until the Masters, and he's dialing in. He's dialing the fuck in.
That's a man whose putter has always been up,
His putter's always been up and about,
and it's always been in the hole.
and he's he's taking it out of the hole and putting it down.
Tiger Woods, the great man,
The greatest golfer, maybe athleteable. I wouldn't say athlete, but greatest golfer of all time.
Look, there's probably a few of us out there that could take a leaf out of Tiger's book,
What would
and
you?
everyone could put their putter down once in a while.
What would you abstain from if it wasn't sex?
What would I abstain
If
from?
you needed to do something great, what would you abstain
Well,
from?
it'd be get off the gas.
Yeah, I'm 8 days. I'm going to have a whole month.
Are
Have I
ya?
told you?
Yeah, okay.
I say that like
I
it's a
didn't know
huge achievement.
Yeah,
but
no, it is. It is, and you'll get the pepper you deserve.
Did it last year for a month. Felt worse.
Mate, proud of you.
Felt awful. Felt like I needed a beer every now and then. You know. But
Hang on, you're not 8 days straight.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
When was Easter?
Last week, Chief. What's today? Monday?
Monday. So
Yeah.
you're 7 days.
No, I'm 8. My last drink
was
was
your
on
last
Friday, early hours of Friday morning.
So Saturday.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
so
8
it's
days.
Yeah, mate.
It's like 9 even.
I'll give you your Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well
yeah.
to go, brother.
Yeah.
So you're going to do the whole of April.
Yeah, gonna
Good.
try. I might go longer. Who knows?
Do it, mate.
Yeah.
Do it. Be good for the body.
But I got to say, I reckon I'll get to that point where you go, like, just drink when you want, but don't go
don't go overboard.
brazy. Not that
I can't say that occurred on the weekend, but look, and I don't think that'll be the case either this Friday night. I'll be in a corporate box with Saucy shareholders.
Yeah.
If you're at the Cauldron, look out for us. We'll be up and about.
We got Bronx Dolphins.
Bronx Dolphins. We'll have
The
a
Battle
same
3.
game.
The Battle 3.
Battle 3, and it'll be another whitewash.
The Bronx should take that easy.
Should take
with
it
the injuries
easy.
that they've got. Yeah.
I reckon, mate. I reckon Bronx by 20 plus.
Yeah, you
And
got to
get on the young buck. I'll be getting on him anytime. So remember,
Takura.
get on him to throw
Yeah.
in the same game.
Yeah.
But I think that's enough.
Yeah, mate.
Short and sharp.
Heard enough of your voice.
Fuck yeah. Love your shareholders. Win the week, shareholders, because I got a feeling this is going to be a good week.
Me too, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where's the Queensland spirit now?
Berkey's got maps.
Yes, it's the final episode of Maps. Fucking oath. Let's go.
Oh.